Hey, this is Pim from Student Society Vita Optima. Vita Optima means living life to the fullest. And the reason why Vita Optima is founded is because we want to reach out to students in Utrecht and beyond to inspire them to get the best out of life. Generally we have our face-to-face gatherings, but due to the corona regulations, we decided to have a series of online videos where we want to inspire you to get more out of life. And as you may notice when you are more involved in Vita Optima and our online presence, you might taste that we always talk about positive things, that we want to speak hope, we want to speak faith, we want to speak life into your circumstances, into wherever you're at. And we are very keen on talking about life topics as why am I here for, what is my purpose in life, and also dream and think about the goals that you want to set for this upcoming year. So we are very excited about that, and sometimes you might taste that we go a bit deeper into spiritual stuff. The background of Vita Optima has a more Christian background, and at the same time we are a very open community with people from all kinds of backgrounds. And we just really hope that you will get inspired through watching through our videos. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please leave behind your contact details in the link below. We would love to get in touch with you. We would love to get to know you better. And most of all, we look very much forward to open our doors open again and welcome you at one of our face-to-face gatherings. So please stay tuned during early 2021 when we produce some content for this online YouTube channel. And we look forward to get to know you more. And we really hope that during this season you will find inspiration by getting involved with us. So enjoy the ride, and we look forward to get to know you more.
Hi, welcome by a new video by our Vita Optima online series. We are so glad you're watching this video, and today we are here with Chris. And Chris is going to tell us something about his big passion for music. Chris, would you like to introduce yourself to us first?
Yeah, so I'm Chris, I'm 26 years old, and I've been in music for about 7 years now. Yeah.
Nice.
I think I started, someone gave me a guitar, and I kind of left it in my room like everybody does when you first get a guitar. And then, eventually I started picking it up, and I've been doing that ever since, yeah.
And so you started with guitar, and how old were you when you started?
Yeah, so I think I was 19. It's pretty late actually for a guitarist, I think, yeah.
And what does music mean to you? Because you've been playing for 7 years now.
Yeah.
And how has that been growing into your life?
Yeah, so my sisters were quite musical. They I don't know if that's the right word to say it anyway, but so they used to sing a lot, and my elder sister, she played a little bit of keys. And then Juliet started playing the guitar, so they were singing and they were doing stuff. And I liked to join the singing when we were washing the dishes. And that so there was always this sort of enjoyment of singing. But it was not until I think it was church when someone asked me to join in, and they handed me a guitar that they didn't use anymore. It was an old Spanish one. And that's how I got into it. So there was something I knew that, but it wasn't something that I was actively involved in. So I used to sing in secondary school when there were these talent shows or whatever, but nothing big or whatever. Yeah.
And so you mentioned church, and can you tell me a bit more about what you do in church and how music involves in your church experience?
Yeah, definitely. So what I do in church, I'm responsible for the production of the services, and also and worship's just a part of that. So I make sure that there's someone on every team. We do the live streams, we do the sound, we do the lights, we do the visuals, and then we've got the people that are on stage playing. and that's something I organise. And my role, the thing I do is I sing and I play the guitar. Then sometimes I play a little bit of bass, and I teach guitar as well. So that's a couple of things I do. So and yeah, I really enjoy doing that. It's something I don't want to let go. Yeah.
No, because I've seen the worship and I think it's amazing. And what does music mean for you in part of your religion and your beliefs?
Good question. So I think my experience of music has changed. It was so, I mean, there's always a feeling to music. You either feel happy, or in some situations you can really enjoy the sad songs and you cry and my old girlfriend or whatever, you know. But when there's a spiritual level, it kind of changes, because suddenly it's this it's a conversation with God, or it's honouring, or just to spend time, and you're vulnerable, and there's this kind of surrender, and that takes the music to a whole different level. So kind of it's the way that you so just imagine you being in a relationship with a friend, you know, and you go out for coffee with your friend, and the coffee tastes good, there's a good conversation, and then there's this special feeling that comes up, you know, like that you really enjoy it, and then you think, oh, this is good, I need to do this again.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you're in worship and when you're spending time together with God. Yeah, it's really special.
Yeah, it's beautiful how you make the comparison to like your everyday life.
Yeah.
Because is it something you take with you in everyday life, like your music and your love for music?
Yeah. It is. I wouldn't know what to do without it. It's even now. It's I only started this 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like jealous of the people that started at 11 or at 4, you know, and they can do all these amazing stuff, and I'm like, it's not working. But then, you know, I've just found my way into repairing guitars, and there's some special stuff with that as well, or having people join in, or teaching people. So and that's that music thing that I take everywhere. But I guess that's the music part, and not really that religious part of it. But yes, I wouldn't dream of doing it without music anymore.
So music has changed you?
Oh, definitely. On so many different levels, and you know, when I used to listen to music, I didn't really understand the different layers of it. So, but when I started playing the bass, I kind of heard, oh yeah, this is the lower layer, and now every time I put on music, there's like all different layers, and I can distinguish the different parts of the song, which you get to enjoy even more then. Yeah, it's really something interesting. Yeah.
It's very cool to hear you talk. I get very excited when you talk about this.
Me too.
And is it something you do in like your work life? Because I think you do something very different.
Yeah. So I'm a PE teacher. So I teach children at a secondary school, and we go out and do sports and that kind of stuff. So that's something I do, and then I have the great honour of working for church 1 day a week. So every Friday I'm here, and I get to do the stuff that I really enjoy, and that's teaching, and that's playing, and that's, you know, preparing and leading a team, which is also really cool. So this morning I started just practicing some new stuff, because in the world of music, there's always new stuff. Yeah.
Always new stuff to do.
Yeah.
And you talk about new stuff, because I think you just mentioned you're producing as well.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So like writing new songs is like kind of the next level after when you it's kind of like when you discover a new song that's like that you feel connected with, and you kind of listen to it all the time, maybe so much that you don't like it anymore, and then you have to discover a new song. Well, writing a song is like putting the feeling that you have in advance into the song and making it even better. So I can write a song, but then to present it to people that they can listen to it, that's when producing comes in, and that's kind of orchestrating and organising the song, and it comes in different levels. Now, when we first went into lockdown, what was it, March last year? Oh my, nearly a year.
Seems years ago.
Yeah. As a PE teacher, I didn't have anything to do. Well, I did have something to do, but not much. So suddenly I had this amazing amount of time that I got to spend in church, in a studio which we built, and I got to spend time just producing, and that was really, really interesting. And now that we use the church again, the space is gone, but we're actually building a new studio at the moment, which is even cooler because there's going to be more and more producing being done. Yeah.
Cool. And you do two very different things.
Yeah.
Do these involve in each other? Like, do you bring some of your love for music to your students, or maybe do you try to tell them about it?
Yeah, I try to go running with a guitar. No. I think that's not something I've done. I am looking to find a very cheap guitar on a second-hand one and take it and just put it in the gym, or what do you call it, the hall, so that there's some identity of me there.
Yeah, cool.
But it has, I mean, school, my work life, and music have crossed paths. I think it was yesterday when I was actually watching some kids, because that's what I do. So the classes are split in half because there's not so many kids allowed in the classroom, and then there's the teacher, and then there has to be an extra teacher to watch the other half of the class, and that's me. So I'm just watching them work, and then I get paid because I'm not allowed to actually do sports with them. So I was watching them, and what's interesting is that one of the kids was on their phone, and then this advertisement of Dare came along, which is our in church. It's our youth community, and we have events every first Sunday of the month. And so they were like, "Hey, this is Chris," and
it's so
Chris,
cool.
what are you doing there? And I was explaining them, showing them what we were doing. So it does cross paths, but it's not like I'm actually using sports in my music or music in my sports. Yeah. I have music on a lot when I do sports. So yeah, that's good.
That always helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah.
Would you ever consider trying to make a living out of your music?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I would. I don't know how yet, and I'm not quite sure what I enjoy the most. I kind of feel like making people play. Yeah. I kind of enjoy that more than actually playing myself. Like, I'm an okay singer and I'm an okay player, but I don't think there's anything special to me. But when I listen to any of my team or any of my students play, and I'm like, that kind of can really move me emotionally. Yeah. To have them do that, what I've been a part of, that I enjoy, because I love to play and I love to sing, so I enjoy that. But seeing other people being able to enjoy that same thing, that so if I can combine those two, yeah, I would love to make a living.
So then your teaching comes in handy.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's very
cool. That's interesting. Yeah, it does.
So the past year obviously has been very different compared to other years. Has music helped you during the lockdown? Obviously, you mentioned you've been in church a lot to produce new music. Yeah. Has it helped you in any other way? Making you happy? Yeah.
So, one of the things that never stopped. It helps you get by. So, it's a better substitute for Netflix. Sure. What everybody puts on, they get depressed because they watch all the series, and then they finally finished it and they cry, and then there's, let's watch this one, and that's not actually it. And then, if you've got a guitar at home and you know how to play it, or you learn how to play it, that really helps you. The way you spend time, it's more productive. It's something that triggers your mind. It triggers so much more than just watching, but that's my opinion. I don't want to offend anyone.
Well, I think you said something very interesting about spending your time more productively. So to the students who are watching this from Vita Optima, or anyone, do you have any tips or tricks for them to come by during this quite difficult time for most people?
Do you mean in music, if I have any...
anything you want.
Anything. That's a bit
comparative.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think just being... this has really helped me. So if I actually make a plan of my day and kind of decide beforehand what I'm going to do, it kind of changes the thing that happens in the moment. And what I've found happening is that I plan way too much time for the stuff that I'm doing. So I'd say, I'm going to go to the store at around about 11 o'clock. And then at 12 o'clock, I'm going to do the next thing. But it gives me another half an hour of doing nothing, that I'm watching Netflix or whatever, which is fine, of course. But if you do that beforehand and you actually evaluate that, at the end of the day, you can then decide how you feel about it. So if then I find that I'm actually spending half my day doing Netflix, and that was unintentional, I'm going to make it intentional. Okay, let's put an hour of Netflix between 8 and 9, and that's it. I'm not doing anything else. So you're going to have to fill the rest of the space. Go for walks. Do other stuff. That's allowed. Make music. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sing, laugh, enjoy. Yeah.
And our quote from Vita Optima is "Live life to the fullest."
Oh yeah.
And what would you say your interpretation of that quote is? What's your life to the fullest?
Yeah. Well, that kind of makes it a very religious and very personal question, because I've definitely found that God has changed my life. So, and then again, music is only just a small part of what God has done. I've been got into music when I came into church, and that's changed my life apart. But God has done so much more than I could ever imagine. I've been able to tidy up my life and get stuff done, and I met my wife, and I'm married, and got a beautiful house in the centre of Utrecht. And so living life to the fullest, for me it means having this meaning and this goal, and that's just to serve and to be, hopefully I come across humbly, because that's something I really appreciate when I see it in others. It's not about me. Like, I love this quote that's said by this pastor in the US. He says, the moment you chose to follow Jesus, it's not about you anymore. And that's something I really believe. Like, it's not about me. I just want to see other people come in, enjoy their life, get into music and make them sing, and I'd love just to serve on the background and playing some bass, and just being in the dark where nobody can see me. I'd love to do that. Yeah.
That's
So
beautiful.
so if people have not found found God yet, I think if you really do your research, you'll find there's a lot more to it than what most people think there is. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Well,
what I think. Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing so much of your passion.
Yeah.
I can see how excited you get just by talking about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I hope we can inspire some students with this
Yeah.
and to come to Vita Optima to find their life to be
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. And if there's any questions, they can call me or whatever. I'm really open to that kind of stuff.
Come to there to see you
Yeah,
play.
definitely. Yeah, and come and talk to us. Yeah,
Yes.
it would be awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope you enjoy this content. If you're interested in even more of this kind of stuff, make sure you leave your details in the link down below, and we'll make sure you get all the information you need. Next time there's going to be even more of this kind of stuff, so make sure you tune in next time.